It was good and bad growing up. I suppose we were the last, I'm 24, so I was the last generation to grow up without a tablet or an iPhone. I don't think I had my first phone until I was near 15, 16, and even the internet wasn't as big. So we still had kind of the handy-down games that me man or me aunties would have threw like a blue rope around a pole, and we had the swings, and we played piggy, and we still did all that stuff. Or the trolley, I remember, you'd get into the trolley and push each other around in it. But yeah, no, it was great growing up because we still, we had like playgrounds. The playground's gone now, there's a pitch there I think instead. But yeah, we had great times, you'd go out at 9 and you'd know when the street lamps come on, you had to go back. Yeah, so we still had that kind of growing up. And yeah, but at the same time, you'd see there was a lot of, stereotypes as a teenager going to secondary school, and I found especially going to college, you're almost afraid to say you were from Sheriff Street. Because people already made assumptions about you.
Yes.
Or even I found my accent, people would be like, you're from the inner city, which part? And you kind of, might be like, I'll just say I'm from the North Wall. Just say I'm from the North Wall, because not many people would know, but they'd know Sheriff Street. And I kind of found, I was a bit embarrassed as a teenager, to be honest, growing up, saying I was from Sheriff Street. Because you would be reading all the headlines. And then when I went to college and I was kind of taken out of my environment for a bit, I realised how special it was when I was put in an environment where people from all over Ireland country. My boyfriend's from Slane, and that's where I am at the moment. But even still, though I live down there, I still have to come back up every week to see my family. We're very close knit, and I think that close knitness comes from the flats, because everybody was on top of each other, and our neighbours, we were friends, and that kind of thing. Like, it was great growing up because all my aunties lived around me. So it didn't matter if my ma was in work or wherever she was, I always had a place to go in and get my dinner or my lunch, but at the same time you wouldn't get away with it, and there was always somebody watching it out the window, what are you doing, who are you with, kind of thing. So it was a very safe place for me growing up, even though that sounds strange to say considering the stereotype that's out there. But yeah, that when I went to college then I started seeing how people looked at Sheriff. Well, actually no, like my family's from down there, my friends are from down there, there's a great community down there, and they don't publicise that. Like even with the community week, I remember great memories of the community week, going in with my aunties and the Queen of the festival, the Bonnie Baby and Jerry Fay to have sweets for all the kids, and loads of great memories like that I have growing up at Sheriff Street. So I started then with my artwork. Now I want to start painting the people that have done great stuff. And that was the show that I had in the Sheriff Hall there in July. I painted the likes of Olivia O'Toole, who scored the most goals for Ireland, female goal scorer. I painted Pierce O'Leary, who's an up-and-coming boxer. There's plenty, there's no shortage of people down here that are extraordinary and doing amazing things, and that can flip the stigma that's out there, turn it around. No, Sheriff Street is a great place. And nearly everybody that you talk to that came from Sheriff Street say, oh, it's that community. And it's the same with me with the art. Like, it's not an easy field to go into because it's so, you don't know whether you're going to make it or not. It's like singing or acting or any other arts field. You either make it or you don't. And going to college was a bit of a struggle because I came from a one-parent family and there wasn't much room in the house for all the art stuff. And paint is so expensive, so you pay anywhere from 20 to 50 euro for one tube of paint. So I used to love at Christmas and my birthday, all my aunties would buy me the paints that would last me for the year. And there was no room in my house to be doing big paint, so I used to do out my Auntie Bernie's back, my easel, and go wild. Yeah, and spend the summers just painting out the back. And it was my art feature in Mount Carmel. He was like, no, you can't do it, I'm going to help you with your portfolio and just go for it. We can get you grants because you're from a desh school and you're from a disadvantaged area. And if you're setting an example by going to college and leading the way for other kids behind you. And so I said, right, and convinced me after a few arguments, like, right, if you're doing it, you have to get a job to fall back on. So then I started doing admin work and I was working as a secretary in Croke Park. And I still do secretary work on the side for Trinity College to keep me going. But art is my true love and I want to do that full time eventually. I'm on the way now. I'm just part time with the admin. But yeah, when I went to college then I started having shows, and even the support I got from down here. Like once I was painting people that people kind of recognised. I feel like art is very, there's a lot of abstract stuff in college, and it puts people off art, because when you walk in and you see, I don't know, a splash of paint on a canvas, and you feel stupid if you don't understand it straight away. So I knew straight away, no, I wanted to paint art, paintings that everybody could understand, make art that was for everybody. And I started doing portraits of my family, my friends, Jerry's shop, all stuff that, because I didn't know what to paint, to be honest, at the start. I felt a bit like an outsider, like a bit of an imposter almost. I shouldn't be here with all these other people. And I rang my art teacher and he said, just paint what you know, Tara. That's as honest as you can be. So that's what I started doing. And it worked, and people, who's this, he's an interesting little character, and I started being able to tell stories, and they were like, oh, so Sheriff Street isn't as bad as what it seems in the newspapers. And that was great for me, that I was getting people that had, you know, PhDs and all sorts, and they were, you know, giving me praise on my work. So it gave me the kind of courage to keep going and keep doing what I was doing, and applying for grants to have shows and to kind of build a career out of it. So yeah, that was great. And I found the people from Sheriff Street, they're so easy to paint because they've so much character. And it's so, like when you're painting a portrait, you're trying to get that little bit of the person's personality into it. And like I've painted loads of people from all over Ireland, whatever, but it's the people from down here that I love painting the most because of the character that you can get out in them. And the paintings turn out 10 times better, I find. I went out to Dunleary, IADT, so I got 46A out everyone. Yeah, stuck it out for 4 years, and there was plenty of times I was pulling my hair out and wanted to quit, but no, I stuck it out. I felt like I had a lot more to lose than some of the other kids that were there. I feel like art is a very rich person's game, you know, and it's so a lot of people that have money, they do it for a hobby. And there was people that I was in college with, they didn't have a part-time job, they were just there for, it's like, how can they afford, you know, to rent out in Dublin and all these fancy art supplies, and now here I am with me brushes out of pound shop and, you know, trying my best. But it didn't mean I was any less than them, you know, and it gave me a bit of a feather in my cap now. Where I come from is just as good as, you know, where you come from. Brave people, and I think poverty breeds creativity from how they grew up, because you've no choice but to make do with what you have. Like I remember my ma telling me, my granny, she had 7 kids, and so she used to go up and buy a triple XL dress and make 7 little clothes, like little outfits out of the dress. Like that in itself, that's the height of creativity. I can see it now, yeah, especially with the likes of Kelly Harrington, for example. Look, the response that she got from what she did. She's just up the road from us. Yeah. And like the people that I was painting in my show, like it is, and the word is getting out there that it's not all what the papers make out. That's because people are afraid to come down and see because of what's out there. Whereas I'm always saying to people, if you come down and like meet the people down there, you leave with a completely different view. Yeah. And the community down here is so welcoming and so friendly, like everybody.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really proud to be from here.
I am, yeah, I am.
Me too, Tara. Me too. Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us today. It's been a massive pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.